Okay, battery, camera. See, I have not sat down in front of the camera in a long time. I'm gonna close my door. Back on crutches again. Feels like I had just gotten off of these things and now I'm back on. I don't know where I can put these right now. I'm just gonna put them right there. It's a good enough spot for it. So just to recap some things really quickly. Last weekend, last Friday, went home, had a lot of plans. I was gonna hang out with my buddies, we were gonna film some videos, we were gonna do all the shenanigans, everything. And I was hanging out with my parents for a little while and we just decided we were gonna go outside because it was super nice outside and I wanted to show them my new drone. So I was sitting on the ground. I was kind of in like a lunge stance is what I would say. And all I did was just stand up. And I heard like a pop and like a crack kind of thing. And it felt exactly like when I tore my meniscus playing volleyball like 4 months ago on my other leg. That was my right leg, now it's my left leg. So that's it. I literally just stood up. This is really dark. This is really dark now. I gotta adjust this. Boop. Hey, there we go. That really put a damper on the weekend. I was pretty much just like inside after that and couldn't really do anything because I couldn't walk. I couldn't put any weight on my leg. I still can't really put that much weight on it. It's getting better over the past week now, but pretty limited still. I took this entire week off work just because I have different doctor's appointments and physical therapy kind of stuff, and I'm just really limited. I can't really do my job the way that I would like it to be done. So I went to see the doctor on Wednesday, just like 2 days ago. I felt around a little bit, kind of like move my leg around like they do when they're trying to figure out knee issues, and they pretty much expected that it was a meniscus issue. Got an x-ray done as well that same day, which they figured would be negative, and it was, but insurance makes you do an x-ray before you do anything else just to make sure. So now, actually just later today at like 8 p.m., I'm gonna go get an MRI done again on my left knee. So the MRI will give me a better idea of what the actual issue is. Sometimes if it's a smaller tear, it doesn't really require surgery and you can fix the problem with physical therapy and just going through that whole process. But if it is enough of a tear that having surgery would help it and speed up recovery, I'm just gonna get it done right away. The doctors gave me the option like, oh, if it maybe would require surgery to be repaired, would you want to do it? And I said, yeah, let's just take care of it right away. So the sooner I do surgery, the sooner my knee will be fixed and I can get back to doing the things that I love and that I was just on the borderline of doing. So close. That's the big disappointment with this whole thing, is that I had literally just gotten cleared to go hiking and get outside and do more stuff like 2 days before I tore or potentially tore my left knee now. So I was excited to go out and do stuff, and that's just the big bummer with this one, is that now I'm most likely not gonna be able to do all of that kind of stuff this summer, which I don't know any results yet, nothing's confirmed, but that's how it feels, and I don't know. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Nothing's confirmed yet. We don't know how severe it is, all that kind of stuff. I'm just telling you what I know right now and what I feel. Also in my last video, I mentioned how my dad, when he was in 8th grade, tore one meniscus and then 9th grade tore the other one. So I asked my physical therapist a few questions. I asked if it was possible to inherit bad knees from your parent. She said maybe. It could definitely be like a genetic kind of issue, potentially, but nothing's really proven with that sort of thing. My physical therapist didn't think that genetics was the reason for me having these knee issues. I also asked if there's some sort of like correlation with tearing one meniscus on one knee and then the other one going a little while later, and she said that there's not really a statistical correlation between tearing one and then the other going, because I kind of thought maybe from having to rely so much on my left leg after having surgery on the right that I had to compensate so much, it just like messed up the other one. So maybe there's an issue, but I don't think anything's proven to be like statistically correlating with one tear to another. At least she said there's not any statistical correlation. So my physical therapist thought that it was mainly due to the fact that I did track and field for like 9 years. If you guys didn't know, I did track and field all the way through high school. I did it all the way through college. It was like 9 years of, I mean, high school track is not that intense, but college track is definitely like 9 months straight of some really intense exercise and workouts and different programs. So she thought most likely during track and field in what was probably college, I probably developed some sort of like really small tears in the meniscus on both of my knees. But since I was strong enough and stable enough and have good balance with my legs, it wasn't an issue. I didn't feel any pain. Apparently it's very, very common to have some really small tears in different ligaments in your knees, but not even feel any pain. It just depends on how strong you are and how stable you are if they do a full tear. So there was probably this underlying issue after having so much repetitive impact and pounding and sprinting on my knees for so many years that I developed these little tears. And then eventually over time and just moving in the correct or like the right position, it put too much stress on those ligaments, and that's when they fully tore. And that's kind of what I always thought as well. Like with doing track and field for so many years and sprinting all the time, I figured when I turn 50, my knees are gonna be shit. It's just so much on your body, and I mean, I'm paying for it right now, that's for sure. Who knows what's gonna happen down the line. So that's what my physical therapist and what I kind of think would be the main reason for all this is just from so much impact from track and field for 9 years, developing some small little tears, and now that I'm older, there's time for those tears to develop a little bit more. That last little push or twist or whatever they needed caused them to tear. That's pretty much all I know. I got an MRI later tonight. It's at like 8 p.m. It's super, super late. And since it's the weekend, I'm not really going to find any information until like Monday or Tuesday when my doctor gives me a call. So right now it's all up in the air. It might not be that bad. I might need surgery. I don't really know. Personally, I feel like surgery is gonna be the next step, maybe next week or the week after that. We'll see what happens. Just waiting for this MRI result. Thank you guys so much for all the comments and everything in that last video. It does make me feel better, like seeing the support network that I get from you guys. I really, really do appreciate it. It does help quite a bit. So I'll be just fine. I'll keep you guys updated. We'll find out more next week and we'll see exactly what the issue is after this MRI. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch later tonight. So if you wanna come join me, that would be awesome. Have a great night, guys. Peace out.